Android Wear uses voice throughout the platform, and one of the best places to see it in action is doing replies to notifications. Normally, when you touch the reply action on a phone, it will take you to an activity to enter the text. On Android Wear, the user can touch this reply button and then speak a reply, and it is then converted into a string and delivered to your app. Best of all, you can use this feature with just a few lines of code added to your existing notifications on the phone. We use a class called remote input to implement this. We declare a string extra voice reply that specifies the key that will be delivered to the intent later on. We also declare a label to put on the text reply screen telling the user what we want them to speak to us. You then call build to get the remote input object. Now we need to add the remote input to our notification. You can see here we declare a pending intent to receive the reply. We then create an action, and then we use add remote input to use the remote input object we created earlier. Then we use extend on the notification to add a wearable extender, add action, and then the action we just created. Everything is now linked together, and we can issue the notification. This code will continue to work on a phone, but now we can have a reply action that asks the user to speak a reply. So how do we get the reply string back? The previous code is written to use an activity called reply activity. Inside there, you can call getIntent to find details about the intent that started the activity. Once you have the intent, you can pass it to the getMessageText method shown here. We can then extract out the voice reply using the key extra voice reply, which returns a char sequence that was spoken by the user. And that's it, it's that easy. Speech recognition has traditionally been very hard to do by yourself, and Android Wear takes care of all of it for you. There is also support for emoji entry on Android Wear, and these are automatically handled on the wearable and sent to your app as standard emoji Unicode characters. You don't always have to use voice replies. Sometimes your user will be unable to speak to the watch, and they might want to reply with a set of pre-canned replies. You can use the setChoices method to specify an array of options that the user can select from to be used along with a voice reply. And here is how you define the array in the strings.xml file. It contains a set of strings that will be given to the extra voice reply defined earlier. One more thing to note here, if you're using the Android Wear emulator, you'll have to type your voice replies on a keyboard, since the emulator does not support speech recognition.